Hi. So I had to slow down a little bit on the YouTube, which probably I will continue to be a little bit slowed down on it, at least for the next little while. I had a lot happening in the background, and I'm still dealing with some loose ends, and it's taking up a lot of my mental energy and my physical energy, to be honest with you. What I wanted to do today was create this video, which was inspired by a conversation I had with a friend. And what we were talking about was basically, well, the way I will say it is making magic your own. I will say I am passionate about this because I have done this work since I was like 16, but there were like roadblocks and people telling me, "Oh, don't do that. Don't be the weirdo. Don't, basically don't leave the broom closet," right? Like that kind of mentality. And some of them I was like, I'm not listening to that person, but some of them I did listen to. And I'm kind of like stepping onto a new path because it's not worth it to... I mean, I was always an authentic person. I'm very, like, I'm not good at faking anything, at all. Like, what you see is what you get. I can't, like, pretend a lot of things. Like, I can't force myself to pretend a lot of things. So anyway, I've been on a journey my whole life. I mean, I opened as a medium and channel when I was 8 years old, and I started studying when I was 16 years old, although it wasn't planned or anything. I just, like, stumbled into a class. And so I have, I'm in my 40s now, and I do work on it literally every day. Some people would call it my special interest, which, also it's a skill. It really is a skill. It can be taught. But that doesn't mean that everyone can be professional. I am not, like, doing private readings because my health is not, at least right now, my health doesn't sustain me being able to do that. But that doesn't mean that I haven't worked on it every day since I was a teenager. And for me personally, making magic my own, I really wanted to connect to my spirit guides. That was the driving force. Ever since I was like, oh, spirit guides are real, the number one thing I wanted was to connect to my spirit guides. And as a result, that's the direction, the path that I went down. I still had people... Sorry about moving the camera around a little bit. I still had people discouraging me. I had a lot of entities come and go. Not like I see dead people kind of stuff. I do, but that's not really my work. My work is with spirit guides, angels, and, deities. That's where I'm comfortable because, I don't know how to say this, but I mean, basically, if you have an Aunt Marge is the same person she always was. And so I have less patience for that. But I'm willing to listen to, higher beings. And that's what it comes down to, and that's how I have personally made magic my own. And I also just wanted to say, like, you never know who will show up. I have been deep into this for the past 2 years because I have been working in a newer community with like newer colleagues, and in pretty much regular contact with like my colleagues to which helps me stay grounded and sane and all that while you're having all these intense experiences on a daily basis. And it's amazing who shows up. There's no plan. It's not like I'm planning who shows up. I mean, it took a year for like my uncle, who is on the other side, to come through to one of the best mediums that I know. And so there's no plan. There's like, in terms of like, I'm planning, okay, today, like, we're definitely doing this. It's very like spirit led. And so I've had like many, over the years, I've worked with many pantheons of gods, because I'm open to who shows up and is willing to help me, because I am, like, I'll just be honest, I'm a vulnerable adult, I'm disabled, and so I need assistance, in my life. I've had, like, many close calls, which just amplifies the mediumship. And so it's like, you can't, like, make a plan, like, oh, this is the one god, or the one angel, or the one spirit guide that's gonna show up for me. More often than not, spirit will surprise you. And that doesn't have to be a bad or a scary thing. You can be looking forward to it. I often talk about that I enjoy working the puzzle. And that's really true for me. I really do enjoy working the puzzle. So it's like, hey, new entity, I'm cool with it. Let's be, I know how to make sure that, my own team is protecting me in terms of, like, what entities show up. So I know I'm protected. So that leaves me better able to be, like, open to whatever, whoever wants to, lend me a helping hand. I mean, we're in a crazy time in the world, and I'm open to every benevolent entity. I do specify things like that. Like I say, I'm open to benevolent entities who would like to help me, like things like that. And because they know I listen to spirit guides, I listen to the entities that show up. I mean, I'm known on the other. This sounds weird, but it's like I'm known on the other side. I listen to them. It's not like I'm known like, oh, like, look at this, like, celebrity medium. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's just known on the other side that I listen to them. And as a result, I've met, like a large number of entities. And that's mostly what I do. I don't really usually meet like Uncle Bob. I meet like entities like some people would say gods, some people would say demigods, some people would say angels, spirit guides. That's like the range that I'm comfortable in, because I just know that they're honest, and that's really what it comes down to. It comes down to, do I believe they're honest? So I work with entities that I know will be honest with me, and that's how I've manifested a lot of my experiences. And it's known, like among my guides. Like I mean, I know that my spirit guides are honest with me, and because of that, I don't really attract to me like dishonest, any dishonesty, which kind of is a whole other video. And this is getting a little long now, so hopefully I've made this clear. Generally, the point here is that it's okay to be open to experiences. It's okay to be open to benevolent entities that are wanting to help you. There's more than you could possibly imagine who would love to help you. And the more open you are to that, the more you can really sort of like have an ongoing, like, fascinating experience. And just by being more active with it, like I said, I've been working with colleagues and stuff. And by being more active with it, I mean, I work on my own every day, but by also checking in with colleagues and stuff like that, I've had the doors blow open. I've met more entities in the past 2 years since working with with more colleagues. I've met more entities, and I know that they're trustworthy. They wouldn't be let through if they weren't trustworthy. And I know that for many reasons, which is, again, another video. So I have been really dealing with some things in the background. I started this channel when I was in the middle of sort of health limbo. And I have to really get my health together. So, although I have decided against some very invasive things, but I am, working on my health is like my other full-time job. As a disabled person, I have several full-time jobs that stop me from being a full-time medium. But, I will update again as soon as, things should be calmer, probably within, maybe by the next 2 to 3 weeks. So I don't know, the exact schedule of the YouTube. My team has been saying that I should go down to 1 video a month. So I am working on going a little slower. But also timing-wise, all of March is not my usual schedule. So it's probably going to end up just being slower in general, a little bit slower on this YouTube channel. I am still here. I am still spreading hope everywhere that I can. And I hope this video helped you. If you want to like, subscribe, comment anything you think about this video, I'm open to your thoughts.